Hi there, it's Andrew from Parker Adams Boat Sales. I'm down here today in the very lovely Northerny Marina, and I'm on board a very nice Beneteau Antares 8. Now, the reason for coming down here today is for a couple of reasons. This owner has put the boat on the market with us and looking to sell it, but he is also potentially interested in putting it into our boat club. So as most of you are aware, we bought Flexi Sail in November last year, and what we do is we look for people who have got a boat, but potentially not using it as much as they want to put it into the boat club, and then it's then available for members to use. So this boat is available to purchase, or if we get enough people and interested in this video, then for around about £500–600 a month, you can have up to 66 days use of this boat a year through the Flexi Sail Boat Club. So it's quite an interesting walkthrough tour. I'll show you the boat, but then bear in mind it could be purchased or it could be accessed through the boat club as well. So as I mentioned, it's a 2020 Beneteau Antares 8 powered by a Suzuki 200 horsepower engine, presented in very, very nice condition. And I know these boats very, very well because some very good friends of Parker Adams, the Squidward Fishing Adventures, I'll put a little plug for their channel there, have taken me and my son Oliver out for many fishing trips. They have a Beneteau Antares 8, so I know how well these boats handle, and I'm looking forward to showing you the rest of the boat. So I think of the Beneteau Antares 8 as a bit of a hybrid boat. It's a boat which is a fantastic fishing boat. We've got a nice amount of cockpit space, which I'll show you, but also it's a brilliant little family cruiser. So you've got a nice amount of accommodation for really 2 people, but 4 people could also sleep on board it. And it's a really capable little boat. We've sold lots of these Antares style boats, Murray Fisher style, and I have to say the Antares is a boat that I really, really like. I think the build quality of them is fantastic. And I always remember the trip when I delivered a Beneteau Antares 9, the bigger brother to this, to Gosport from the Hamble a couple of Christmases ago, between Christmas and New Year, and the sea conditions in the Solent were horrible, and actually the way that the Antares handled was fantastic, and I would say best in class when comparing it against the competitors. So really, really impressive little boats. So let's show you what this one has to offer. So let's start off in the cockpit space. Now, I mentioned about versatility. The nice thing about these is that at the moment you have it in your sort of sports cruiser mode. So you've got seating, which is all the way around here, seating all the way around the back. Now, the seating can be removed. So you can take the seating out on that side, the seating out on that side, and then you have a fantastic space for fishing. The clever use of space when it comes to the engine, so that it comes with a Suzuki Outboard. It's 200 horsepower. Now that engine's only covered 94 hours, and this slides forward, which allows the engine to be tilted up. So it's a very nice way of maximising your cockpit space when you have an outboard engine. But that outboard engine will power this boat along very, very nicely and economically as well. So the outboards nowadays, the reliability is just fantastic. So these sort of boats tend to come with outboards. The space on the back, you can see it's all laid to synthetic teak, so the current owner specified all of this. All the teak is laid. It's got a grey insert as well for the caulking, and it looks absolutely brilliant. On the back you've got a transom ladder, quite a sensible little fender on there just in case you knock the corners. But you can see the step on and off is actually really good. Now, Northerny unfortunately has quite short pontoons, and so I would step off here, but I'll get quite wet. But it's very, very easy. Side access down there, power cable there. I'll just lift that out of the water in a second. And you can see the walk through here really is great. And the boat feels like a really chunky little boat. Very, very well built. Nice things like cup holders in all the right places. Always quite like the fact that the fuel container, sorry, the fuel filler has always got like a winch handle to it, so it means it's really nice and secure and closed up nicely. Access up onto the side decks is just here. You've got a gas locker, so the boat's fitted with a single burner gas little grill down there, so you're making cups of tea, maybe a pot noodle. Gas locker here, and you can step up, good handholds all the way across, and then walking out onto the side deck. Everywhere you want to put your hand, you find it's nice, safe and secure to do that. Walking forward, you've got a good amount of deck space, really big chunky anchor there as well. If we open up inside there, you can see an electric windlass, remote control there, and it's a full chain system there on the anchor. You can have sun pad cushions. This boat doesn't have that option, but you can put sun pad cushions here, and you also have a good walk around on this side as well. I was going to say, is one side bigger than the other? Maybe just a little bit. So I think that side's fractionally bigger than the other, but it's good that you've got a good walk around on both sides. In fact, I'll go back down on this side now. Like the fact that you've got a little step there, so instead of stepping onto the cushion, you can step into this space and then back into the boat there. There's space to have a table, so the table can be located as an indoor table there, the space for a table here, and then you have a really good size lazarette space under here, and there is the table. So table and legs, lots of storage space under there, you probably just about fit a paddleboard down there, so a nice practical boat in terms of storage. There's also storage underneath all these lockers, all these cushions. So if we lift up there, you've got a good storage space under there and another one inside there as well. But what really steals the show is when you step on board and you have to sort of pinch yourself to remember you're only on an 8-metre boat. This one really is presented very nicely. You've got the carpet options that feels nice and luxurious. And you've got a good table here, seating for 4 people. Your little, as I mentioned earlier, your little gas hob there. Hot and cold running water through an immersion heater, storage, fridge, locker space at the back, and then these are your engine controls. So the boat really is designed to be either standing, so you've got a good standing height here, or sitting down and driving. And the ergonomics on it are excellent. So if we sit up here, everything is really nice and easy to hand. The boat's fitted with a bow thruster. It's got a battery monitoring system as well. It's got a Garmin chart plotter and sonar. And then you can see there the Suzuki dial, hopefully you can just about see it, just 94 hours. It's also got a Bluetooth Fusion remote control. That's the RA70. I'm just going to show my hopeful knowledge of Garmin's here. If I tap on there, tap on media, select Bluetooth device, there it is. It's plumbed in as well. So because this is the RA70N, it's network, and you connect there directly into the Garmin system as well. So the helm position is excellent. You've got a nice seat here. The controls are very nice and easy to hand. And I like the fact this side window opens as well. So just a little clip on there. And then that opens up and gets lots of fresh air in there as well. Kill cord, engine controls, everything very nice and easy to hand. Now, over on this side, you have more storage, more locker space underneath here. But what I like, it's a very simple design. But if I move that cushion out of the way, and then I just lift that seat back, twist it round, and drop it back in again. What I've done there, one-handed, just about managed it with the camera, is now turn that into a forwards-facing seat. So you've now got a seat here for 2 people, and forwards-facing there. So you've now got forward-facing for 3 people, plus another 2 at the back. So in terms of a nice little family cruiser, comfortably 5 people facing forward, going out to sea on this boat really is excellent. There's a brilliant little skylight, so the skylight up there opens very easily, pulls across, which again lets lots of nice sunshine in. And you have this really lovely little cabin. So it's set up at the moment in sleeping mode, and you can just see it's really nice and cosy. You've got portholes up there to get a bit of light in, and then this whole area here can have a cover, so that can keep the light out for those mornings. But it's a good sized bed in here, very comfortable, and you have a separate heads as well. Not quite standing room height, but very functional. A manual flush toilet there, and another porthole in there as well. Carpets throughout the boat. You can see it's a nice simple flooring underneath there, and there's also more storage space which is located underneath here. When you get down into the bilges, there's a bit of extra space there. Battery isolators nestled down inside here, just a simple twist on and off. So that pretty much sums up the Beneteau Antares 8. As I mentioned, I've been out on one of these boats and spent quite a bit of time at sea. Very good in a sea, very comfortable, soft riding hull. It really does defy its 8-metre size, so I've been very impressed with these. I mentioned earlier, just to reiterate that, so this boat is available, it's available to buy, but if there's enough people who suggest they might be interested in becoming part of a boat club, then this boat would actually go into the flexi-sale scheme, and for around about £500–600 a month will give you a brilliant amount of access to this boat. So if you're interested in something like that, get in touch with us. We've got a fantastic range of sailing boats and also power boats, including an Axpar 28 and an Axpar 37 that's coming in the next couple of weeks. So we'd be delighted to talk about any options, buying, selling your boat, or becoming part of the boat club. Thanks as always for watching, and we'll look forward to bringing you the next video very soon. Many thanks.